It is the SMT Media Network. We're going to be doing our predictions for today's NFL games on Thanksgiving. We're glad to have you guys here for this video. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. And let's go ahead and do our predictions for the games. You guys better watch these. There's some good ones. And there's one that I don't think is actually that great. But anyways, the first game kicks off at 1 p.m. I don't know if you are going to be eating that early, but you can kind of work off some of those calories watching the Packers and the Lions getting excited. All right, so the Lions are hosting the Green Bay Packers. The implied line here indicates that the favorite, slightly, is Detroit. Now, they're the home team. They're hosting. They host every Thanksgiving, and they're hosting a division rival in the Green Bay Packers, who are really good. It's a really good team. The defense at Green Bay is excellent. The offense has had its moments. You know, I would say inconsistent, I suppose. I think Josh Jacobs is back today, so they'll be at full force with the running game. And they're going to need a good game from Jordan Love. He's going to have to throw the ball around a little bit and get this Lions defense on its heels. If the Lions defense can just kind of pin their ears back and just blitz and send pressure to Jordan Love, I like the Lions' chance at winning this game. I think the Lions have the most dynamic offense out of the two teams. You know, if I look at the two in terms of weapons, Amon-Ra, J-Mo, they're so good. They're basically always open. You've got a great tight end weapon. You've got a running game with Gibbs and Montgomery, and these guys are just so good. There's just weapons there, you know what I mean? So I want to lean towards the Lions in this game, although I really do think it's a pick 'em. It's going to be close, and there's going to be some back and forth here. I think these two teams are going to score a little bit. I don't think it's going to be crazy fireworks, but I think a game that's something like 28-24 is very realistic. I don't think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think they'll get some points. I will take the Lions with just a small line of margin. I think the Lions pull it off. I think they're just a little bit more dynamic offensively, and I think that ends up being the difference maker in this game. All right, this will be followed up by the Cowboys hosting the Chiefs. This is a game where I think that the Cowboys get the brakes blown off of them. I'm talking about like multiple scores. Although I think the Cowboys will score late to make it a little bit more respectable, I do think the Cowboys are going to lose this early in the game. I think they're going to lose this in the first half. I think they're going to go down multiple scores in the first half. It's going to put them behind the eight ball, and it's going to force them to have to do things they don't want to do. And as dynamic as George Pickens has been and CeeDee Lamb and the offense for the Cowboys, I don't think their defense is that great. Although they did play a great second half against the Eagles last week, I feel like this is the type of game where the Cowboys will let you down. So I will take the Chiefs in this one, and I think it's going to be maybe by 10 points or something like that. So there's going to be some points in this game that are going to get scored. The Chiefs will give up some points, but they, in my opinion, will have already established a lead, and they'll be playing comfortably in the second half. All right, and then the last game, it is the last game. Bengals at Ravens. The Ravens are starting to play good football. I do not like the chances of the Bengals in this game. As incredible as the weapons are in Cincinnati, the Ravens will have control of this game. I think Lamar plays a great game. I think the Ravens will be able to effectively run the ball, and they're going to control the flow of the game, the pace, the clock, all those things. And they'll get to pick their spots of when they want to take their chances down the field and, hit those home runs on the ground. I think there's going to be maybe 2 or 3 runs of 30 yards or more for Derrick Henry. So I don't think the Bengals have a chance. They're going to lose by a couple of scores, in my opinion. And that'll be the worst game of the day. So if you want to watch good games, you are going to get the best game out of the Packers-Lions. And then if you hate the Cowboys, you'll probably enjoy that game. I don't necessarily hate the Cowboys, but I think the Chiefs are going to beat them pretty bad. And then, the Ravens game. The Bengals just don't have a good defense. It's bad. Offensively, the quarterback play. Is Joe Burrow active? I forgot to check. I know he's getting close. I know Joe Burrow has been inching his way close to a comeback. I don't know what his injury status is. I doubt he's playing here, but I know he's missed the last 9 games with a significant toe injury. But God, man, I don't know. Is he active? I don't even think it would matter, actually. I don't think their defense is good enough, and I'm not sure how sharp he would be, but they probably also don't want to take chances with him re-injuring anything. So I'm guessing he's probably ruled out. We'll have to check closer to game time. But anyways, those are my picks. What are yours? Who you got? Ravens, Bengals, Chiefs, Cowboys, Packers, Lions. Who are your picks? Who do you think is going to win? I'm guessing probably I'm going to get the most pushback on Packers, Lions. But that's the other ones I think are a little bit more clear. You guys let me know. Drop me some comments and your predictions. Like, share, subscribe. Check out some more videos. We'll see you guys soon on the next one.